Howdly doodly, how's it going? Just thought I'd do a little update since I haven't been online today. Hopefully I'll do a little bit more collaboration with Grok. But for now, I've got quite a lot of notes to transfer over from very scribbly, erratic, writing in this one, and I'm working on transferring it over, and as I transfer it over, mindfully refine what needs to be refined at this time. Yeah. Still doing meditation, you know, trying to meditate. After many years of trying to meditate, it seems to be the case that journaling, keeping a diary and writing down one's thoughts, feelings in real time, how life's going, you know, how you feel about the state of the world or your current situation, whatever it is that's on your mind, you know, you just write it down, right? And do that every day. Doing that more often than not seems to achieve what meditation is trying to achieve better than meditating. That would appear to be the position that the relevant and qualified people to speak on it these days would say. People whose professions, line of work depends on clarity of mind, depends on having a good emotional baseline, having good vagal tone. And all these qualities that, you know, like neural plasticity, you know, pragmatic thinking, psychic ability, pattern recognition, you know, situational awareness, all this crap that meditation is supposed to bring out, but that it usually doesn't. It usually just ends up being a complete waste of time. And, you know, visualize you know, lying in a hammock and drinking a margarita, you know, on a nice sunny day at the beach. You know, that usually seems to be what meditation seems to be about, you know. And just maybe it helps like calm you down But yeah, with regards to trying to maximize your mental potential and your human potential of your mind and body and such, yeah, perhaps, come on X and, jump in the Breakfast Club or Order from Chaos, talk to some real people whose lives depend on being very highly tuned, whose lives depend on being very highly tuned, whose mission depends on being very highly tuned. Talk to those people who have done it. And then compare that to how well your so-called meditation is doing it, for you. So, yeah, it would appear that simply, keeping a diary and writing down one's thoughts daily over a long period of time, it seems like most people today would basically have to do that for like a good year or 2 years or more until we got to the point where we could actually legitimately meditate, or do what, for meditation to be able to have the effect that it's supposed to. Yeah. There's a lot that goes on inside of a human being. And there are many components of this complex system. And so we have to actually, with regards to trying to develop some advanced ability, advanced skill set, advanced capability, we have to understand the components of the complexity. We have to be able to clearly distinguish what is the most relevant component of the complexity that we can single out and work on, and and refine and sharpen that blade and make it really, really sharp and useful before we move on to the next most relevant thing. So yeah, I guess that's where we're at so far at this point. Okay, so I'm going to get back to my so-called meditation.